Good morning. Welcome to Lesson 9. I see nothing as it is now. This idea obviously follows from the two preceding ones, but while you may be able to accept it intellectually, it is unlikely that it will mean anything to you yet. However, understanding is not necessary at this point. In fact, the recognition that you do not understand is a prerequisite for undoing your false ideas. These exercises are concerned with practice, not with understanding. You do not need to practice what you already understand. It would be circular to aim at understanding and assume you have it already. It is difficult for the untrained mind to believe that what it seems to picture is not there. This idea can be quite disturbing and may meet with active resistance in any number of forms. Yet that does not preclude applying it. No more than that is required for these or any other exercises. Each small step will clear a little of the darkness away, and understanding will finally come to lighten every corner of the mind that has been cleared of the debris that darkens it. These exercises, for which 3 or 4 practice periods are sufficient, involve looking about you and applying the idea for the day to whatever you see, remembering the need for its indiscriminate application and the essential rule of excluding nothing. For example, I do not see this computer as it is now. I do not see this phone as it is now. I do not see my arm as it is now. Begin with the things that are nearest you and then extend the range outward. I do not see that coat rack as it is now. I do not see that door as it is now. I do not see that face as it is now. It is emphasized again that while complete inclusion should not be attempted, specific exclusion must be avoided. Be sure you are honest with yourself in making this distinction. You may be tempted to obscure it. So, of course, what Jesus means there is that if we have strong emotions about something like love or hate, we're going to exclude it because we really think we're seeing it as it is. So we are instructed to be indiscriminate and yet avoid complete inclusion, but be mindful of exclusion. Lesson 9, I see nothing as it is now. We are instructed to sit in practice for a few moments today, each practice being about a minute, 3 or 4, and look around us, indiscriminately noticing the objects in our environment, parts of our own bodies, for example, or the things around us, the computer, the camera, the book that I am reading. Looking around and understanding, repeating to ourselves, practicing, I do not see this as it is now. I see nothing as it is now. So let me put down the book and let's enter our minute of practice. I see nothing as it is now. Begin by getting into a comfortable posture that is strong and straight. Noticing where our feet make contact with the floor. Relaxing the belly, noticing the rise and fall of the torso as we continue to breathe. And just settling our bodies into the focus we need to practice today's lesson. I see nothing as it is now. And just noticing in my own practice, and I don't know if this arises for you also, But many of the things that I see, I associate with my safety or lack thereof. I associate with my well-being or lack of well-being, my productivity or lack thereof, my success or my failure. So even, for example, I'm sitting in my kitchen today and I've blurred the background because a little messy and cluttered in here. But the cupboards are dirty. Nobody washed them this week. And so I see the cupboard, but I also see the dirt on the cupboard, and I have a strong emotional response. Not getting enough done, not doing enough, not worthy enough because not getting enough done, not good enough of a parent because my kids aren't doing this on autopilot. So everything I look at isn't just stuff. It's attached to judgments that I have about myself and others, about my safety, my well-being, and my worthiness. Even something as simple as the cat hair and bits of food on the floor, they are connected to my judgments of my and others' worthiness or lack thereof. And I think that is why Jesus spends a lot of lessons in the beginning of the workbook undoing our way of seeing, because our very perception of objects, which are just things around us, they are loaded with judgments about our worthiness. And of course, in A Course in Miracles, our worthiness is there already because God and Spirit live within us and we are connected to one and all. So all of us are worthy. And we are learning to unsee the judgments that we place on everything around us. And I've been doing the course for a long time. I think I'm into 12 or 13 years of doing the workbook, but every time I come back to January, I begin again untangling my perceptions. And it is lifelong work. I think it gets easier to accept how easy it is for us to slip into relentless judgment, especially if you're a stubborn onion like me with layers that I don't like to peel away. So just bringing that up. Normally I don't interject my personal thoughts into our lessons, but I thought I would. Today I felt inspired to do that. And so wrapping up lesson 9, I see nothing as it is now. Practicing this lesson 3 or 4 more times during the day, excluding nothing and not worrying about including everything. And please try to enjoy the practice. We are not alone on this practice. You share the practice with many other course students, with humanity all over the world, and of course our spirit team led by Jesus. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for lesson 10. Have a good day.